And there are new revelations today on Capitol Hill over the troubled rollout of healthcare reform. One of the top technical administrators of Healthcare.gov now says 1/3 of the website is incomplete. The revelation comes as the president again defends the program. Our senior political reporter Scott Thuman is tracking this in our newsroom. Scott.
Yeah, Gordon, on the defense, as you mentioned, understandably, remember, we're now 50 days into this site and we're still learning about some new issues. His choice of words was interesting today when the president admitted it will be working for a majority of people who are using it. He didn't say all.
I think that we probably underestimated the complexities of building out a website that needed to work the way it should.
It's the topic that won't go away, at least until the problems do.
There's no doubt that we've lost some time, but the website's getting better each week. By the end of this month, it will be functioning for the majority of people who are using it.
But notice he didn't say all. In fact, one of the key tech administrators said today they still have to build 30 to 40% of the systems needed to make the site fully work. He was peppered with questions on the Hill for not seeing internal reports last spring indicating major problems.
And you've been the primary point man out there, and no one discussed it with you. How does that make you feel?
I'm actually not terribly hurt by it or surprised by it.
It showed they were relying too heavily on outside contractors and failed to hand authority to one decision maker. On the bright side, enrollment is up, way up in some states and growing in others, as documented by the LA Times. But more evidence, at least politically, it's too late.
What we're seeing here is a pattern of broken promises from the administration.
Republicans' constant increase in criticism has shown a decrease in confidence. The president's job approval has dropped 6 points in the past month, landing him a record low of 42%, and 70% now say the country's on the wrong track. And that's up 13 points since May. The president, though, fairly pointing out nobody in D.C. is really doing well right now when it comes to approval ratings. He said of all the lessons learned here, it's that the way the federal government does procurement and IT is not very efficient. And he admitted there's probably no bigger gap between the private and public sector than with IT. Gordon?